We are one day away from Georgia, the number 3 team in the country, going up against hosting Tennessee, the number 1 team in the country. And Clint, there is, despite what people will tell you, there's a lot to be excited about this game as a Georgia fan.
Okay.
Despite what people will tell you, there's a lot to be nervous about.
I'm literally nauseous right now.
About this game as a Georgia fan. And despite what you might think, you've not thought of everything that could happen in this game. There's still something you might be sleeping on. We're going to talk about all that today on the Locked On Bulldogs podcast.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Daniel, welcome back to Locked On Bulldogs.
Oh, thanks.
Today's episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We'll talk more about them here in a moment. Daniel's never left. Daniel, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to talk about excited, nervous, don't sleep on for this game.
Okay.
And I just want to tell you something before we get into this.
A little honesty hour?
Little honesty hour. Okay. A little more you know segment. Georgia fan, I've been trying to chop that cilantro for a while.
Listen, it can be tough.
I'm going to let you know right now. There is just the knife is not.
Tacos are not going to be very well seasoned.
No, there's no seasoning going on because there has just been a void. Somebody has reached into my soul, has extracted the essence, and have left me a more shell. I don't know how I could become more of a shell of a man, but.
So you listened to the third segment yesterday on the podcast. That's what you're
Daniel,
trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is you got to me.
I got to you. You love to see it. I will say this. We were just talking pre-production. Normally, the excited, nervous, don't sleep on. We do a pre-production meeting, real professional around here. People love the banter, Clint. Normally, the excited, nervous, don't sleep on is just sort of a stream of consciousness. It's an easy episode, and because there's so much to be excited about, there's so much to be nervous about. There's so much we can talk about this game. I may be fresh out of takes about this game. I may have said all that I can say about this game.
Daniel, let's talk about let's buoy the souls. You know what? I mandate you to tell me.
Now, thank you. I needed some tough love from someone who has no authority to give me that kind of a mandate. I accept it.
I mandate you.
Okay.
To tell me what you're excited about for this game.
Well, Clint, it's good to know that I got to you yesterday.
You got to me.
But it's a new day today. It's a new...
Y'all, if you can't keep up with us, that's on you.
That's your problem for trying. It's a new day today. And I'll just tell you this. I'm excited about one simple fact.
Give it to me.
Georgia ain't going to lose no home football game to the University of Tennessee. Clint?
Cilantro is being
This
chopped.
is a team that has not won anything in 24 years. Anything. They won an SEC basketball conference championship last year. That's their list of accomplishments in 24 years.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, Georgia's not losing a home game to this team. I maintain Tennessee might still be the better team. Tennessee has played the tougher schedule. Tennessee probably will make the college football playoff, and I'll tell you right now, Tennessee fan, I don't want to see you in the college football playoff. I hope we don't have to play you. I'd rather play Ohio State. But Georgia, we're going to win this game, Clint. And I'll tell you why they're going to win this game. Because I am excited about big game Stetson Bennett one more time. You understand that the reputation of this man was he feasts on cupcakes, But when the real game comes around, he shrinks and he can't get it done. Well, it just so happened that what people meant when they said that was that he hadn't beaten Alabama yet.
And then what had happened?
No one does that, first of all. Tennessee fan can attest to that. They hadn't beaten Alabama in 246 years before they threw those goalposts in the river. And then what happens is he goes out on the biggest stage that anyone's ever played on in the history of college football, the national championship game, after dismantling a Michigan team that was, may I remind you, ranked higher than Georgia when Georgia was, might I remind you, ranked third in the college football playoff rankings.
Here we go.
Dismantled a Michigan team and then came out and put it on the University of Alabama. Now, you may say, as many Georgia fans have told me, that the defense won that game. And I will tell you what I told them, that Stetson Bennett marched that ball down the field, 4 for 4 on the game-winning touchdown drive, including a bomb.
A dime.
A.D. Mitchell in the end zone. He owned the fourth quarter of that game. He's going to own the fourth quarter of this game, and it may be close after 3, Clint. But Georgia's going to win this game going away. That's what I'm excited about.
Glad you're back. I'm glad I'm in the despair. I'm in the pond of
back,
despot.
baby.
You can stay there, and you could keep all your energy and all your excitement.
I'll do it.
Good for you. Here's what I'm.
Why don't you just go to what you're nervous about? You just skip ahead to the second segment. Just right to what you're nervous about.
I would love to, but I am mandated by the sheet to do what I'm told. And what I'm told is what I'm excited about. Here's what I'm excited about. Daniel, there comes a point in every man's life that he has to decide who he is. He may have kind of walked through life a little bit, kind of slept walk, if you will. And he needs to be elicited a response. A challenge comes his way, and he rises to that challenge.
Sort of fight or flight moment in his life. That's what you're saying.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm here to tell you this right now, Daniel. I'm excited to watch Kelee Ringo absolutely become lockdown corner U on Tennessee.
Okay, man's just trying to speak it into existence over here. He has
manifest
named
that.
It. Now he is going to
give me that on over here.
Yep.
My man Kelee Ringo is going to remind you all who he is. He's going to remind you. This secondary has been told time and time again. Daniel, I've seen Georgia players once they get told something. I've seen Georgia team once they get told who they are by pundits outside of the program, by fans outside of the program. I've seen Stetson Bennett been told to be a game manager, not have anything for him. The team rally around him, say that is our quarterback, and ride him to winning. And yes, Georgia fan, you can hop on the other side of the aisle to the Tennessee fan if you don't think that Stetson Bennett was the reason that we won that game, because he was, because we were losing. You realize that.
We had the ball and we were losing, and then the defense stayed on the sidelines until we were winning again.
Okay. That's interesting how that worked, Danny. That's So don't come at me with Stetson hate. Don't also come at me with Kelee Ringo hate. And I'm one of the first to call Kelee out. We said that he on this defense is probably the least performing player out of everybody. But the man has made a determination, I think, Daniel.
Little line in the sand, he says.
And Kirby, if I know Kirby and what he's saying, the defensive back, again, what they've heard from everybody, you can't hang with Tennessee. Tennessee going to put it all over you. Yada, 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 yada. Kirby's going to come make a just finger in the chest of Kelee. This is now the stick time. It's been a lot of carrot Kirby all year. This is the stick time, and I think Kelee responds and he locks down people.
I will be fascinated to hear. This is the beauty of hosting this show, Clint. And when I say beauty, I mean one of the most comical things about hosting this show.
Yes.
Is that we out here every day. Right? Like, so
it's kind of like the tagline.
It's your team or your opponent's team every day. We out here every day.
That's right.
And so we're out here giving these takes.
Yeah.
And the people in the comments,
Mm-hmm.
they out here giving these takes.
Oh, yeah.
The difference is that if my team wins,
Mm-hmm.
you won't be here on Monday.
We've played this game before many times.
And you won't be here.
No.
But if your team wins, I will be here on Monday. And so you'll know exactly what I will say on Monday if Tennessee beats Georgia. You will hear from me. I wonder what Tennessee fans will say if, in fact, they get knocked off their high horse. I wonder if it will be we're still very good. Georgia had the better day. It was a home game. If it was a neutral site, I wonder if it will be
Excuseville. That's coming, Daniel.
I'm curious, but I'll never get to find out. Not because Georgia's not going to win the game, because I just told you they were, but because ain't no Tennessee fan going to be showing up here.
Dan, have you ever seen more Michael Scott-esque energy by cracking his own television than Tennessee throwing their own goalposts into? You polluted an ecosystem and defaced your own property.
Let's not jump to conclusions calling Knoxville an ecosystem, okay? Let's not.
Daniel, I happen to know there are people there who are looking for a great, robust ecological theory to how to
That's not
help
in that
the world.
city. That's not in that city. It's in a different city.
We'll be right back after this. But first, we'll let you know about Underdog. Underdog is the fantastic fantasy site that combines college football as well as daily wagering, as well as fantasy football. All the things that you know and love, dear to your heart.
I love them.
Underdog puts a lineup out there. You make the lineup against them. They have over-unders on things like how many times Vols fans will not understand a concept of how to pay currency for food. Don't bring the possum into the stadium. That's not a bartering system. We can't trade for that. Okay.
Interesting.
So get out the come with your own food.
What? Just
bring your own food. But Underdog
bring your
Fantasy is fantastic. Right now, they're giving up to $100 match over on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Locked On. Underdog Fantasy, the place that you need for everything that you love about fantasy.
All right, Clint, what are we nervous about? I'll let you go ahead and lead off here.
I can tell myself a million times over and over and over, Tennessee's going to jump out to a lead. And I truly believe they will jump out to a lead. I truly believe.
Not in Athens, they won't. Not going to happen in Athens.
Look,
Did Arkansas jump out to a lead?
Look, okay. The most infuriating thing about co-hosting with Daniel at times is I will use an argument that Daniel says is the stupidest argument in the world, and then the next day he will use that same argument against me.
Emotionally compromised.
It's fantastic. I love it. KJ Jefferson on the same level as Hendon Hooker. That's okay. Whatever.
Correct.
Okay, great.
It's a hint. That's two. KJ Jefferson is literally two Hendon Hookers. So, say I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong.
I can't.
You can't do it.
I'm nervous about a lot of things. I'm nervous that Kelee Ringo is not up to the challenge. I'm nervous that Kamari Lassiter is over his skis. I'm nervous that Malachi Starks can't hang in coverage. I'm worried that Christopher Smith is exposed. I'm worried that Jalen Carter gets triple teamed and with nobody else on the field. I'm worried. Oh, gosh, this is okay. All of those are true, but this is even the most true thing. Chaz is going to be tasked with locking down run defense. I don't care about the pass rush right now. I truly don't. Not at this moment. He's going to be tasked with setting the edge against Tennessee's running game. And if that doesn't bring you
football,
if that doesn't bring you heartburn,
should
you haven't watched Chaz Chambliss play this year. It has not been good. The man, when he gets free around an edge and can hunt somebody down, he is fast in space and he's strong. Those things are true. Fast in space and strong ain't going to help you.
No,
against this running
an
attack.
Inside run game. No, there is no space. and the offensive guards are stronger than you. So, ain't going to help. I am nervous about... This is the nerve-wracking scenario for me, Clint, because I do think our defense comes out hot.
Okay.
I don't think Tennessee jumps out to an early lead here. I think our defense comes out ready to play. I think Tennessee is going to have, even though Tennessee fans, you can't make some of this stuff up, Clint. Tennessee fans want to talk to us about Baton Rouge at 11 a.m. 11 in the morning. As if that is a hostile environment that Tennessee went into and won a game in. Okay. Tennessee has not played in this type of environment this season.
No.
They will be, the lights will be very bright for them. The moment will be big for them. I'm not going to say too big for them, because I do think they'll get on track, and I do think they'll score in this game. I think the Tennessee offense will settle down and be fine. I think the Georgia defense is going to come out with a bit of an advantage early in the game. I think we're going to see, I think we're going to see some punts from Tennessee early. The thing that makes me nervous is Georgia not being able to capitalize early. The thing that makes me nervous is the 3-0 or 3-3 game after the first quarter, when we've done the thing that nobody said we could do, which was to stop Tennessee. We've done that through a quarter or whatever. But what we've failed to do is do the thing that everybody assumed nobody would have any trouble doing, which was to move the ball and score our own points against Tennessee. That's the thing that makes me nervous, because you just know you're playing with fire. You have to score against this team. You have to score.
Tennessee fan in the comments, I know you're here. Georgia fan, tell me about this. The likely scenario is if Stetson Bennett's offense can put a whole game together from early season pass and mid-season run game with no turnovers. And Tennessee defense cannot withstand that machine. You can't. Even your best run defense, it doesn't matter. You can't. And if your defense can't stop us, that's the likely scenario if we have a complete game. The likely scenario if Tennessee's offense is clicking a little bit, I have more faith in our defense, because we've proven it, that we can get a couple of stops. So if our machine on offense is rolling, and we get out to that lead, if you don't get out early and we get out to that 14-point lead, and it's not 3-3, you are in a world of hurt at that point. As much as you want to talk about you can score at any time and explosive,
That's right.
No, because all it takes is 3 stops from our defense, and our offense, if it's rolling, your defense has no chance against.
Guess who hasn't been down by 2 scores all season?
Tell me.
It's Tennessee. So, who's not equipped to play from behind? I'm just telling you, on the road, Tennessee.
That's what I'm saying.
You better come out swinging. Because if Georgia gets you up 2 scores, and all of a sudden Whoople's feeling there's a little bit of neck sweat going on in there. You understand?
He's already neck sweat. Right now there is neck sweat.
Well, there's a little every other place is sweat.
Okay.
All of a sudden the pressure begins to build. Hendon Hooker maybe tries to force the ball a little bit. This free and easy offense that Tennessee has been playing, there's a tipping point here. And if you get down in this game, again, we talked about it. Tennessee is going to go on a dry spell in this game. You better hope it ain't the first quarter. Because you better hope. Yeah.
You better hope Georgia turns the ball over when you have that dry spell. Because that's the only chance your defense has if we're cooking. If we're not cooking, then I get the meat sweats all of a sudden. I get the neck sweats.
We're all up in the sweat block in the neck.
Well, that was yesterday's ad read.
That's my bad.
Third segment listeners, come back after this.
All right, we're out here giving out free ad reads to Sweat Block. We're out here doing all sorts of things. It's just mandatory. It's mandatory things.
Yes, it is.
What is the third segment? Things that you should not sleep on.
That's the one, Daniel.
I got a good one, Clint.
Give it to me.
I've been stewing on this. Don't sleep on 2 50-plus yard touchdown plays in this game, and 0 of them by Tennessee. Don't sleep on the explosive plays in this game happening by the team that you don't expect to get the explosive plays in this game. There's almost a competing philosophical thing that has to be happening inside Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart, since the beginning of time, has believed at his core that if you can make a team one-dimensional, you will beat that team. And what is the thing that Kirby Smart tries to take away in order to make a team one-dimensional, Clint?
It's the run game.
He does not want you to run the ball.
No.
He wants to make you beat them without running the ball. But I almost think against Tennessee, you have to be willing to play 5 in the box and back up and say to Tennessee,
okay,
we're going to try to stop you from running the ball, because Tennessee loves to run the ball. But we're going to try to stop you from running the ball with limited personnel.
Okay.
And instead, we're going to drop people back, and we are going to just keep you in front of us. We're going to play a version of a prevent defense, which is a dumb term that is obviously not accurate. But we're going to play a version of a keep you in front of us defense, make you move the ball down the field in order to try to stretch the game out and limit your number of possessions. I think you're going to see Kirby pull out all the stops to try to stop Tennessee from having explosive plays. And I think he's going to have success doing it. I think Georgia's going to get a couple of explosive plays, not necessarily on balls that travel 50 yards through the air, but you hit Brock Bowers on a slant over the middle, Clint. We've seen it many times before. That's a 50-yard touchdown play. You hit Ladd McConkey on a little flare-out screen. You get the ball into Arian Smith's hands. You want to talk about a don't sleep on person in this game. Number 11, Arian Smith in this game. Boy, it would be a great time for you to emerge as a weapon in the pass game. But don't sleep on explosive plays for Georgia and no explosive plays for Tennessee.
Look, one of the reasons that the coaches that have the longest tenure of success at the college level, Daniel, at the college level, I'm not talking NFL right now, I'm talking college level. You can even go NFL if you want. You can go Bill Belichick and you can go all those guys, are people that A, don't do fads, and B, defensive minded, and C, take a little bit from here and there and compile something. Josh Hoople has an offense that is, I said it yesterday, there is one recipe to his offense, okay? Mm-hmm. And part of that recipe is they play lots and lots of different, Daniel, there are tons of plays that happen for Tennessee. Not a lot of time of possession, and they like to strike quick, but lots and lots of plays and lots of tempo. Do you know what all of that play calling and all those situations, do you know what it does for a coach that has film and has a whole department of people that is lined up to take that? It's called analytics. Mm-hmm. To take all those analytics, you are giving him a peek into your mind as a play caller with tendencies. You are giving him into a peek into who you are and when you are cornered, what you call. Okay, and a guy like Kirby, a guy like Nick Saban. Okay, Bama fan that's still here because they're upset that we said that he's on the
Bama
downhill.
Fans here. Well, no Bama fans here.
Guys like him, he's the greatest coach because he's a defensive-minded guy and because he likes this deep analytical understanding of tendencies. Okay, don't sleep on this game hitting that under harder than hard. I know we want to talk about the offenses. I get it. I understand. Look, y'all, big games like this, go back and look at Michigan State. Look at Ohio State and who did they play early on in the season? Notre Dame. Look at games like that. Okay? The under is going to hit in this game. And this game is probably going to be lower scoring than anybody wants to admit.
Yeah.
It might even be 21-28. And that sounds ludicrous. It sounds insane. But I'm here to tell you, tendencies matter to Kirby. And if you think he cares about matching fire with fire, you have not seen him play Kentucky. Because all bro cares about is a W. That's all he cares about.
Just winning the game.
He don't care about no pageant show. He don't care about what
no number one college football playoff ranking.
He don't care, because if you win, they can't keep you from it. He knows that.
Yeah.
You know that. So, look, I just think that tendencies matter, that frequency of play matters. I think that tipping your hand on a couple things and Hendon Hooker, when you have fast decision making, when you have fast play calling, you might catch the defense off guard. But if the defense is very well prepared, if the defensive coaching is very well prepared, you're playing into their hand because they know what you're going to run. And if that's the case, do not sleep on Tennessee not getting over 21 points, because I don't sleep on it. Don't be surprised when this game is 14-14 at half.
Tennessee team total is 28.5 right now. Georgia team total is 37.5. I said, ooh wee. If I was going to bet one of those, I would bet the under Georgia.
The under Georgia is the heavier bet. Absolutely. Yeah. That's a full unit on that bet, Daniel.
But under 66, that over-under's holding at 66. We thought it might get bet up a little bit because of people, but Vegas holding on to that 66.
This is a wild look, Daniel. I know we played Bama in the SEC. We played Bama in the national championship. We played in big games like this. We had Notre Dame come to the house, which, by the way, again, to your point, how many big games have we had the last 3 years come to Athens? And it hasn't gone the way that the national media nor the team thought it was going to go, because playing in Athens is a different beast, y'all.
This is a fun game, though. I think this is the point you're getting to.
This
is just a fun game. Listen, enjoy the game tomorrow. Georgia fans, we will see you back here on Monday. Tennessee fans, enjoy the rest of your season. Have fun rooting for TCU to lose and Michigan to lose, and have fun rooting for us to beat Alabama in the SEC championship game. So we'll have you back on here when we're playing Alabama in the SEC championship game, and you can participate in a game that matters by cheering for us. That'll be fun for you. So we'll see you then, Tennessee fans. Everybody enjoy the game, and we will be back on Monday.
See ya.